Hello and welcome to Sports Entertainment Weekly. I'm Matt Sheehan.
I'm Sam Gruce.
And I'm Austin Schick.
And this week we are in Bear Village where we are doing our second episode of Sports Entertainment Weekly.
We're here drinking our Red Bulls here at Bear Village. We got a lot of good things to talk about. Final Four this weekend. MLB opening day is 2 days away. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I know Austin's excited. Matt, are you excited?
I'm excited, but I'm even more excited for WWE. We get to talk about Monday Night Raw last night, WrestleMania coming up, STL Blues playoff hopes.
There's a lot to be talked about there. So much to talk about. And maybe we've got something a little bit more surprising coming up at the end of the show. So gentlemen, let's just jump right into it. Final Four is this weekend. Some pretty big matchups. KU and Nova.
That's blue blood.
Blue blood is, and then Michigan and Loyola-Chicago.
That ain't blue blood.
Missouri Valley representing in the final four. What does this mean for the Missouri Valley?
I think personally it shows, hey, the Missouri Valley can go out and compete with these big boys. I mean, they knocked off Nevada, who's got a decent reputation for tournaments. They knocked off, before that, Miami. Power 5 ACC school. K-State, Big 12. I mean,
I think
kind of showing the Valley teams or are kind of a real deal.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the past 10 years, you had Wichita State making Final Four appearances. So the Missouri Valley is, I don't think they get enough credit.
No, they don't.
To what they've earned.
And the Northern Iowa, you've even seen knock off.
They knocked off Kansas that 1 year.
I think they've knocked off Carolina before.
Yeah. So there's a lot to be said there. Sister Jean is carrying the Ramblers as far as they can go. Hopefully they make it to the championship in 2 weeks. Let's just go into predictions a little bit. KU Villanova. Who do you gentlemen got?
Nova.
I think it's a pretty known fact that Villanova is probably the best team left in the four. And then Loyola, Michigan. You can't Big Blue Michigan Wolverines. I think it's the end to the Cinderella ride.
Yeah.
I think it's midnight and she has to be home.
Cinderella all the way. Sister Jean is carrying Loyola to the championship game.
Ooh.
For the fact that we see history and potentially a future 30 for 30 with the Loyola Ramblers, I'd love to see them at least beat Michigan and get in the finals.
Agreed. Now, who's coming out on top? Because my prediction hasn't changed since our last show.
You're the only one with
I'm the only
left.
one with the championship winning team. I had Nova.
Yeah.
Matt said everything was going to be bigger down in Texas.
And it's not.
I said Duke. That didn't work out.
So let's just, if we were to put money down on all these things, I'd be taking it all home.
Yeah.
Moving on, opening day, 2 days away.
Pumped.
My love is officially back. Let's talk a little bit about the Cardinals. I mean, they're the local team.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kansas City Royals. I just don't care. There's a lot to be talked about. Some big news happened. Harrison Bader sent down to AAA. Carson Kelly sent down to AAA. Adam Wainwright going to start the season on the DL.
That means we see Jack Flaherty in the rotation.
We see Jack Flaherty as the fifth man.
Glad he's getting it.
I'm excited to see Flaherty get the chance.
Who's going to be our ace this year?
All right.
Carlos Martinez.
Can he go for a Cy Young potentially?
I think
I
so.
think he can. He has the potential all there.
I think with the help of an actual pitching coach, sorry Derek Lilliquist, but Mike Maddox is a far better pitching coach than you are. I think having him there is really going to help Martinez. Again, he'll pitch more with Yachty. Yachty will be that calming source for him. I think this year we see Carlos Martinez compete for a Cy Young.
Yeah.
And a very deserved one, too. He is arguably one of the top 5 pitchers in the National League, stuff-wise.
The tsunami's coming, baby.
This
and
is
it's coming for everybody.
I do have a bold prediction. Our second best pitcher this year is going to be Luke Weaver.
I could see that.
Bold, but I could see that.
Third best pitcher, Miles Mikolas. It's out there. I think he could be a steal coming out of
Japan.
Yeah, coming out of Japan. That could have been the free agent steal of the offseason.
How's our closing pitcher situation looking?
That's tough.
So, Gregerson starting the season out on the DL, not exactly ideal, but I really liked what I've seen out of Dominic Leone. We got him in the trade with Toronto. I believe that was the Randall Grichuk trade. He has come in and he has just lit things up down in spring training. He pitched, let's see, right now, in 10 games, he has a .9 earned run average, 13 strikeouts. He is lighting everything up. I really like what I see out of him. He pitched last night up in Montreal, which I'm excited, guys. Marcell Ozuna, mashing the ball. I'm excited to see him in that 4 spot for the Cardinals.
Who's got our 3 spot before him this year?
Well, I think it's going to be Matt Carpenter. It's going to be Matt. The way that I see the lineup shaking down, you've got Fowler leading off, followed by potential MVP candidate in Tommy Pham.
My bold prediction for Tommy Pham, 30-30 guy.
So you're going with Tommy Pham's bold prediction because that's what he said he wants to be.
I'll go with I'll hold him to it.
All right, guy's been working on speed off season. I mean, how can that guy get faster?
I don't know how you train your body to get faster. It confuses me.
Surprising.
Carpenter hitting in that 3 spot.
Big Bear Ozuna.
Hitting 5th. I think it's going to be Paul DeJong.
Has to be. Hitting
6th. You'll probably see. I would go Jed Jerko, locking down that 3rd base spot. But honestly, Jose Martinez has earned some
Jose
at-bats.
Martinez is going to get playing time.
So I think you could see Matt Carpenter playing a lot more 3rd base this year, and Jose Martinez playing a lot.
I feel like
base.
if Jerko doesn't perform right away, they're going to say, Jose, you're going to 1st. Carpenter, you're going back to 3rd. Because Jose Martinez has proven he's not just the career minor leaguer that the Royals thought he was going to be.
I think we could see that on opening day Thursday in Queens.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So I think you'll have Martinez hitting 6th, Yachty hitting 7th, and then your second leadoff man in Colton Wong hitting 8th.
I personally wouldn't be surprised if they decide to platoon Carpenter and Martinez.
No, I wouldn't either. I think it's going to make for a very interesting season.
It's going to be very interesting to see what they do with Jose Martinez.
My bold prediction, if you follow me on Twitter, you already saw this, but Colton Wong keeps the high on base percentage and turns into a 20-20 guy. That's my bold prediction.
I'm holding Tommy Pham to his 30-30.
That's pretty bold.
Couple of bold predictions. Moving on to WWE.
So, guys, what happened last night on Raw?
Well, you know, I always like to talk about the 16-time world champion John Cena taking on the Big Red Machine, or the Demon Kane, and AAing him through a table. Cena got, freaking suplexed through the barricade. I mean, it was just a great match for the ages. Bleacher Report hated on it. Sorry, Bleacher Report. You're not wrestling. You're not a wrestling pro. Nothing. So don't even speak about the WWE. So I thought it was a great match.
I did too. You know what I really loved was all the taunting that Cena did to the Undertaker.
It just furthers to me that Undertaker is coming out on the Go Home Raw next week.
He'd have to.
Unless they go the route John Cena's at WrestleMania. He's like, well, I guess I'm just a fan. And then maybe Undertaker comes out of nowhere.
They could.
I mean, when he sat up and looked at Kane, I kind of got chills.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
And then he even did the little throat.
The throat cut.
And he did it at the end, too, as Raw went off air, and even rolled his eyes. So.
Ooh, man.
What else we saw Roman Reigns' suspension was lifted. And then he got
obliterated.
Tar beat out of him by Brock Lesnar again.
It's probably going to happen until WrestleMania, and then the big dog's going to come out on top. That's how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey
taking on Absolution.
I'm absolutely happy she did it, too. Get them out of there.
Anything going on, with Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Stephanie last night? Anything along those lines?
Great promo by The Game and Stephanie. I'll give it to them. They cut a great promo. It was pre-recorded. But they basically just said how they're going to beat Ronda down at WrestleMania and lift her back up. It was very business-minded, which I liked. And
business first, right?
Business first. It's all about the business. I mean,
what's best for
they
business.
did great.
It's definitely going to make for a very interesting WrestleMania. Anything to be expected on SmackDown tonight?
We'll see how Daniel Bryan Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were recently fired, so we'll see if they come in and invade SmackDown Live because they attacked Daniel Bryan, who was cleared for in-ring action last week, right after our show.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna make for
Shane McMahon might be back tonight because he was attacked by Kevin and Sami.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks. I saw when Daniel Bryan came back, Dolph Ziggler pulled him aside backstage and kind of was a little edgy towards him. So, are they going to go that route where it's Bryan against Ziggler, where obviously Bryan's going to go over on him? Or are they going to squash that? I don't know.
Is Braun Strowman closer to finding a tag team partner?
Well, with
for
them
WrestleMania?
with them pushing Elias last night with his victory over Rhino, which is whatever. I mean, maybe, If I think it's Elias.
I think it's Elias.
I think we'll find out next
These
week.
two guys.
I think Braun is going to walk with Elias.
Absolutely. Now this is more your guys' stuff, but NHL, the STL Blues
Oh my
playoff
goodness,
hopes.
there's so much to talk about. So right now, as we speak, the St. Louis Blues hold the last spot in the Western Conference playoffs picture.
They got it.
They have it right now, but if
Can
they lose,
they hold it?
if they lose tonight to the Sharks, actually no, we don't. We don't have it anymore.
Oh no, Colorado's got
The
it.
Kings jumped us last night,
Ooh.
so things are definitely going to be interesting. Blues have to every game for them is a must win. You can't rely on other teams doing your business for you. I know people are kind of worried, Carl Gunnarsson with a torn ACL, how that's going to affect us. Well, you're going to be seeing a lot more of Jordan Schmaltz. Vince Dunn picked his game up. Alex Pietrangelo. There's a really great piece that he himself wrote for the Players Tribune about some of the personal things that he's been going through. Our captain is as strong as ever. Right now he's matched or is over his season high in points.
Wow.
Tearing it up. Tarasenko is back. Scored two big goals in the first
huge.
2 games back. So that's huge. Jake Schwartz is back.
He's been on fire.
He's been on fire. And a lot of people counted the Blues out when they traded Paul Stastny, including myself. I thought, this is it, we're done. We're looking forward to 2019. Well, here we are in a playoff push. Jake Allen put the team on his back, named the league's second star of the week.
Wow.
Good for him.
So he's
Didn't they just get Hutton back too?
Hutton,
recently.
Hutton is back. He is back and ready to be the backup. I don't think he's going to. I would imagine that Jake Allen gets the start tonight against the Sharks. Unfortunately, I don't think they have anything tweeted out as to lines at this point. But
It's a little too early in the day for them. They need to get up and at it.
yeah, they do need to get up and at it. But yeah, it's definitely going to
Remaining schedule looking like for them.
remaining schedule.
I know they have a tough game tonight against the Sharks, who are
Basically, the hockey team full of old men.
Yeah,
Old bearded men.
Old bearded men, Joe Thornton, Brent Burns, Joe Pavelski. They're just a bunch of old men. So the Sharks game is again. No, hold on, I'm looking at the wrong. So Sharks tonight, and then we play Friday night against the Golden Knights.
Okay.
They just clinched their first playoff spot in franchise
Saw that.
history.
Good for them. Their first year, I'm happy for them.
I'm happy. And then we've got the Coyotes on Saturday.
should be a win.
Should be, but I never like to count those teams out.
Mhm.
And then next Monday, we've got the Caps. Blackhawks on Wednesday. Blackhawks on Friday.
Speaking of the Blackhawks, I saw this is the first time since like 1969 that Detroit nor Chicago's in the NHL
How
playoffs.
crazy is that? And then next Saturday, Blues Avalanche. Gonna make for an interesting run. You've got some teams that you should beat. I think we match up very well against the Knights. I think we can take it to them. Blackhawks, they're down. They're also a bunch of old men. They tried recreating their Stanley Cup teams. It didn't work. They brought back Patrick Sharp. Corey Crawford got hurt. That really hurt them. But beyond that, there's a lot of winnable games on this schedule for the Blues. A lot of winnable games.
Well, prediction? They gonna make it or not?
I think they do make it. I personally think they can pull it off.
I do too. It's going to make for a really bumpy ride. I'm not sure my heart is ready to handle that. But the good news is I've got some delicious Red Bull here that's going to help me through it.
Awesome. Bullet round. Let's look at about 5 to 10 things we're excited for the month of April. Austin, what do you got?
Okay, so I'm personally excited for WrestleMania 34, April 8th, baby, on the WWE Network. MLB opening day, Thursday, of course. NCAA championship game, that's going to be exciting. NHL playoffs, see if my St. Louis Blues go pretty far. Probably not, but...
First round exit if they make it.
And NBA playoffs, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Sam, what about you?
Let's see. Well, we've got opening day. My first true love is back. Baseball is back. NHL playoffs, WrestleMania, championship. Let's see. What else? Oh, some more NCAA baseball. Bears picking right up where they left off. Jeremy Ironman hit a mammoth home run the other day.
And he had a grand slam, I believe.
Yeah, he was named Valley Player of the Week. Dylan Coleman named Valley Pitcher of the Week. So the Bears are picking right up where they left off. I'm excited to see them down the stretch. Matt, what are you looking forward to?
My number one thing is WrestleMania. All day, every day. That's what I'm most hoping for. To see Cena and The Undertaker make history. One of the greatest matches of all time. I'm calling it now. Obviously, NCAA March Madness Championship. Villanova. It's going to be a great win. Also, my birthday.
Oh,
in
your
April.
birthday.
So I turned 22. So, yeah, that's
So
what I'm
you're-
most excited for.
So I'm just going to throw this out as my last question. If The Undertaker accepts Cena's challenge at WrestleMania, will it be his last, win or lose?
I'm going 50-50 on that. It could easily be his last match. I could also see him doing one more match against Triple H at next year's WrestleMania 35. I'm not going 50-50. I'm going 75-25. I mainly think this is his last match. But there's that little chance that Triple H can face off.
Because it has to
feeling
be
that.
someone of clout
Yeah.
that ends his career, essentially.
Roman Reigns is getting there, but he's not at that Cena level yet, as obviously.
He's the 16-time world champion, John Cena.
Absolutely. So I think this time, if this is his last if he loses, it's his last match. If he wins, no. Because like Stone Cold says, you always go out on your back.
That's true. You always right on your back.
Well, I think we're out of time today. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Entertainment Weekly. I'm Matt Sheehan.
Sam Bruce.
Austin Chick.
And again, we were here at Bear Village today. Tune in next week. We'll have a lot more in store. That's all the time we got.